African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 20th of December, 2024. From December 14th to 20th of this year, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 24 group strikes with high-precision weapons and attack unmanned aerial vehicles, which resulted in the destruction of energy facilities used to supply the Ukrainian armed forces, the infrastructure of military airfields, assembly and storage sites for unmanned aerial vehicles, a military echelon at an unloading station, as well as temporary deployment points for units of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries. Over the course of a week, 59 Ukrainian servicemen surrendered on the contact line. Over the course of the week, units of the North Group of Forces continued to destroy Ukrainian armed forces formations in the Kursk region. Airstrikes, unmanned aerial vehicles, and artillery fire damaged the manpower and equipment of 2 tank brigades, a heavy mechanized brigade, 7 mechanized brigades, 3 airborne assault brigades, 2 assault battalions of the Ukrainian armed forces, a Marine brigade, and 5 territorial defense brigades. In the Kharkov direction, units of the mechanized, motorized infantry, airborne assault brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, 2 territorial defense brigades, and a border detachment of the Border Service of Ukraine were defeated. The enemy's losses amounted to over 2,675 servicemen, 9 tanks, 73 combat armored vehicles, including a Bradley infantry fighting vehicle and a Stryker armored personnel carrier made in the USA, 68 vehicles, 2 launchers of the RAK SA-12 multiple launch rocket system made in Croatia, and 26 field artillery guns. Units of the West Group of Forces improved the position along the front line, defeated the manpower and equipment of 5 mechanized, infantry, ranger, assault, airmobile, airborne brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, 3 territorial defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade. Repulsed 18 counterattacks of assault groups of the armed forces of Ukraine. The enemy lost more than 3,610 servicemen, 2 tanks, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, 6 armored personnel carriers, including a US-made M113 armored personnel carrier, and Rosomak of Polish production, 4 others combat armored vehicles, 34 automobiles, and 57 field artillery guns, including 8 155mm caliber Western-made ones. 4 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations, as well as 6 ammunition depots, were destroyed. As a result of decisive actions by units of the Southern Group of Troops, the settlements of Anovka, Vesely Gai, Elizavetovka, Trudovoy, and Uspanovka of the Donetsk People's Republic were liberated. Formations of 6 mechanized, motorized infantry, 2 airmobile, assault, airborne assault, mountain assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces, a Marine brigade, and 3 territorial defense brigades were defeated. Over the course of a week, the Ukrainian armed forces lost over 2,365 servicemen, a tank, 5 armored personnel carriers, including a Stryker, and 3 US-made M113s, 12 other armored combat vehicles, 20 cars, 17 field artillery pieces, including 7 Western ones. Production, 4 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations, and 5 ammunition depots. Units of the Center Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defenses and liberated the settlements of Novopustinka, Pushkino, and Stary Turny of the Donetsk People's Republic. They defeated units of the heavy mechanized, 6 mechanized, motorized infantry, ranger, and 2 assault brigades, 2 assault battalions of the armed forces of Ukraine, a Marine brigade, 2 territorial defense brigades, and 2 National Guard brigades. They repelled 67 enemy counterattacks. The losses of the Ukrainian armed forces amounted to over 2,945 servicemen, 2 tanks, 15 armored combat vehicles, including 3 Bradley infantry fighting vehicles and 2 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers, 23 vehicles, and 43 field artillery pieces. As a result of active actions by the unit of the East Group of Forces, the settlements of Zelenovka and Novi Komar of the Donetsk People's Republic were liberated. The formations of 2 mechanized, mountain assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 3 Territorial Defense brigades, and 2 National Guard brigades were defeated. 16 counterattacks of assault groups of the Armed Forces of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy lost up to 1,215 servicemen, 2 tanks, including a Leopard made in Germany, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, 11 other armored combat vehicles, 22 vehicles, and 20 field artillery pieces, including 6 self-propelled artillery units and 155 mm howitzers made by NATO countries. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the heavy mechanized, 2 mechanized, infantry, airborne assault, mountain assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 3 Territorial Defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade. The enemy's losses amounted to 440 troops, 20 vehicles, and 16 field artillery pieces, including 3 U.S.-made 155 mm M777 howitzers. In addition, a HIMARS multiple launch rocket system combat vehicle and 4 launchers of a U.S.-made Patriot anti-aircraft missile system, 5 electronic warfare stations, and 6 field ammunition depots were destroyed. Air defense systems shot down a MiG-29 aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force, 6 U.S.-made Adams operational tactical missiles, 3 UK-made Storm Shadow air-launched cruise missiles, a Neptune long-range guided missile, 4 French-made Hammer guided air bombs, 18 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, and 519 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 650 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 38,152 unmanned aerial vehicles, 590 anti-aircraft missile systems, 19,933 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,504 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 19,874 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 29,384 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.